Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. So some would ask, why would we go after Richard Rodgers again? Some would ask. I think it's very simple. I think that we plan on... What you doing, dude? I think we plan on committing to the run more and running more two tight end sets. We could be virtually unstoppable in the two tight end set game. I mean, bar none. I don't think anybody will be able to check us in a two tight end set game. Now, this is the importance of the two tight end set. Obviously, you'll have Zach Ertz and you'll have Dallas Goedert starting out in your two tight end set. And then as you move forward, if one of them need a breather, then that's when Richard Rodgers will come into play. But obviously, the two tight end set gives you the option to run out of this package effectively while having the two bigger receivers as your tight ends out there that can block. And it'll give you the option to just be able to, you know, to pick apart a defense. Because if you see us in a two tight end set, you have to estimate the run. But you can't put 8 in the box because Deshaun Jackson's on the outside. You got to be very careful what defense you play against the Philadelphia Eagles in a two tight end set. Because Deshaun Jackson can still take the top off of a defense. Alshon Jeffrey is still a great possession receiver. Zach Ertz is still... The play action is going to bamboozle defenses out of the two tight end set. I love the signing. It kind of shows me the direction that we're going in. And I'm very happy. I'm happy about it. I mean... I think I can see where we're committing to. I can see where we're committing to. I think we're going to draft a running back for sure. For sure. And I believe we were leading the division in cap space until this move. So I don't know the specifics on Rodgers' deal, but we're looking like how I always wanted us to look. All the years of not having a Super Bowl and then finally getting it, then seeing the competency to build properly, the competency to... We're not talking enough about how Howie Roseman is being real Patriots-like. A lot of people don't understand that the Patriots ran the comp pick game for a while. Howie Roseman is taking pieces of that. How do I utilize the comp game? You're going to lose players every year. But if you lose certain players, you get comp picks. If you pick up certain players that were released, you get comp picks. It just works. It works out so well, and it works out so many different ways that there's no clear-cut way to determine how many comp picks you can get. We got a comp pick for Michael Bennett. We got a comp pick for Nick Foles. Who knows how many more comp picks we got? Who knows? Who knows how many more comp picks we got? It's just, it's ridiculous, man. I love the direction of things. I like where things is going as an Eagles fan. Now, what we can't do as Eagles fans is be like those other guys in our divisions. Like the Dallas Cowboys are panicking. Don't panic. Don't panic. These boys panicking, whether they want to believe it or not. Of course, they're going to be in this video in the comment section. They're panicking. 99% of their content creators are panicking. They're talking about deals that hasn't even happened. They don't understand. They don't understand the negotiation process. They're like, oh, screw DeMarcus Lawrence now all of a sudden. You know what I mean? They were screaming hot boys all last season. Now it's screw DeMarcus Lawrence because he didn't want to take what they threw at him first. They don't even understand the negotiation process, man. How can I take some of these guys serious? How can I take some... They run around with these little chin-strap Lloyd Banks beards, make their little videos, and think somebody like Lil Brunson supposed to take them serious. But see, I read comments on other videos. I know how you really feel. I know how you really feel about Lil Brunson. But at the end of the day, you're not me. You're not me. We do things very different. We do things very different. And I think my way is the right way. You don't even understand the negotiation process. You're panicking. You're panicking so bad. You're about to get excited about this guy from the Dolphins who's been trash ass Adams for the last 4 years. You're panicking. You're panicking. And I am enjoying the circus. I am enjoying the circus. They're panicking. They are panicking. And you know, all we got to do is look back and say, don't panic. Look at the moves we're making and look at the panic and hysteria that they're causing. Look, man, there's only one team in the division right now conducting themselves like champions, and it's the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. We are that of a winning culture, and we don't have anything to panic about. We got the best quarterback in the division. We got the best wide receiver core in the division. We got the best head coach in the division. We got the... Rodgers, at one point, Rodgers was a starting tight end caliber. He was of a starting tight end caliber. He was of a starting tight end caliber. We picked Rodgers up because we didn't know how good Dallas Goedert would be. We had a plan when we drafted Dallas Goedert. I'm telling you, the 2 tight end set was going to come down the pipe some point. We had a plan when we drafted Dallas Goedert. We had a plan. I'm telling you, we had a plan. Why else would you draft a tight end when you got Zach Ertz? Why else would you do that? We had a plan. We needed a tight end who could block, run, catch. Dallas Goedert is a jack of all trades when it comes to the tight end position. Dallas Goedert, listen, Zach, that catch that got called back from that BS offensive pass interference call, that catch that got called back, Zach Ertz wouldn't have made that play. Zach Ertz catch that ball and gets tackled. He gets chased down. Dallas Goedert got some wheels, man. Dallas Goedert makes that catch and he's off to the races. 70-something yard touchdown pass. And let's talk about that. I'm glad the league decided to change those rules, change that call, because I believe that cost us that game against Dallas. Even though we still scored on the same drive, I believe, but one got to think about it like this. If they give us the Dallas Goedert touchdown, for one, Dallas gets the ball back with more than 2 minutes left on the clock. Somebody would say, what difference does that make? That puts us in the prime. The game is tied at that point, and they get the ball back with more than 2 minutes on the clock. What difference does that make? We can get a 3-and-out and get the ball right back, game-winning field goal. Instead, we get screwed on a play that's non-reversible. So listen. In some of these high-profile games, these high-stake games, like that Dallas Cowboys game and that Eagles game, like that Saints game and that Saints game and that Rams game, they're not going to be able to pull that trick anymore. The game's got to get called more and more close, and that's important to me. It's important that the games get called more even. The games get called, the truth is told on the field. The move for Rodgers, man, is bigger than a lot of people think. It's bigger than a lot of people think. You're not bringing in an outside source. You're bringing in somebody who knows how things go. You're bringing in somebody who's a veteran and who knows their role. He knows his role. He's not complaining about catches. He knows his role. He knows that he will be in there in a lot of goal line situations. He knows that he will be in there. He will be blocking the majority of the season. He knows his role. He knows his role. And we're picking up players. We're picking up players who just want to win. Who just want to win. You see, we have nothing to panic about as Philadelphia Eagles fans because we don't play around. We don't DeMarcus Lawrence our players. We Brandon Graham our players. We give them the bag. We give them the bag up front. We give them the bag. And people like to say, well, oh, they're two different players. DeMarcus Lawrence is more dominant. How, Sway? How? In the last few years of the league, there's only there's only 2 people with more tackles for loss than Brandon Graham. There's only 2 people with more tackles for loss than Brandon Graham. And DeMarcus Lawrence ain't one of them. I believe one is Luke Kuechly, and I want to say the other guy's Jadeveon Clowney. I'm not sure about that list, but I know Brandon Graham is 3rd. Listen, man. Listen, we got the greatest locker room in the NFL, I think. Nobody is begging. Nobody is stingy. And look who your 3rd option is at wide receiver, Nelson Aguilar. Things are just looking up for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. And shout out to the Phillies. I don't know if they won that game, but on the very first guy at bat hit a home run. Things are just looking great for the city of brotherly love, man. The Sixers in the playoffs. The Eagles will go to the playoffs for a 3rd straight year. The Eagles will win the division. I'm just excited about the signing of this tight end because it lets me know, me being a football guy, it lets me know the direction that the team is going in. And I believe it's going into more 2 tight end sets because you can't put 8 in the box against Deshaun Jackson. And if you don't put 8 in the box and we bring out a 2 tight end set, we're going to run the ball down your throat. We're going to force you to play to us. But when you try to commit to one way we're going to play, we're going to use the other way. I'm trying to tell you, we're going to be very hard to guard. At least 27 points a game. At least 27 points a game. We're going to be very hard to guard this year, man. And the season is right around the corner, man. Let's get it.